G'day, it's Telfo. We're at Street Machine Summernats 30. Now, if you'd have told me at the start of the event that I'd finish off the event sitting in a Auto Salon style Suzuki Swift, I would not have believed it. But here we are. I'm with Aimee Telfer, who owns this car and has brought it and got it into the Elite Hall. Aimee, tell us a bit about the history of this amazing Suzuki.
So it was actually my Christmas present this year. Terry bought it for me as a Christmas present, and a really good mate of his that he sort of grew up with built the car. It took about 18 months to build. He finished it in late 2006. He then did 2006, 2007 at Auto Salon. It made it to final battle, got top engine bay and a couple of other things. He then changed his mind and decided that he wanted to build an LX Tirana. And this literally got pushed into the back of his shed. A car cover got put off over it and hadn't really seen the light of day for about 10 years.
Wow. So the car looks like it did when it was at Auto Salon all those years ago. It's amazing. What's the builder's name?
Jason Sanders. Yep.
So anybody in Canberra who has been to Summernats will probably remember Jason Sanders' Tirana, King SLR. Awesome car, like a really tough, muscular street machine. It's amazing to think he built this really way out there, Fast and Furious inspired Swift.
Yeah, he did the 1 year with it and then went to the Tirana.
And it's not just all show, is it?
No, absolutely not. So it's only been dynoed once and it had a couple of issues, but it was about 185 at the front wheels, kilowatts, on 14-pound boost.
That's some serious donk for a little GTI. Yes. So what made you want to buy this car?
I love Fast and the Furious. Seriously. So as soon as we actually ran into him down at South Coast Nationals this year, and he mentioned he needed the room, it's got to go, and within 2 weeks I'd convinced him to sell it to me.
And then you brought it to Summernats. Did you ever think it would get in the top 60?
It's a funny story. So I'm one of the scrutineers, so help getting all the vehicles sort of through, sticking and things like that, and I'd intended on running it through the street judging on Thursday. We got held up at scrutineering, too busy, so we gave Owen a quick call and said, is there any way we can just push it inside the shed to leave it here overnight? And as soon as the roller door opened, he basically said to me, go straight up onto the ramps, we're judging it first thing tomorrow. I want it in the hall. So I was very shocked. Yeah.
It is a stunning car. Like, if you've ever seen any of the other cars these guys have built, the two brothers, they build a really nice car, and there's heaps of awesome custom little details in this car. So we'll grab Terry and we'll have a look over, pop the bonnet and have a look over some of the finer details.
Absolutely.
It's not just all bling, this car. There's some serious craftsmanship going into it. Let's have a look at the engine bay and sort of point out some of the finer details.
Yeah, it's the Suzuki 1.3 litre. It's got solid cams, billet crank, Cosworth pistons, Cosworth rods in it. It's got full stainless steel.
You're kidding me?
No kidding at all. It's got a one-off custom stainless steel turbo manifold.
Oh, yep.
It's got the RMS custom plenum that was all handmade. The really cool thing about this motor, the guy that built it and did all the fab work actually races Formula 5000 race cars.
Yep.
And builds the motors for them. It's a grout-filled block. This thing has got everything you could possibly do to a Suzuki Swift engine. If they raced these at Bathurst, that's the motor they'd have in them.
Absolutely, it's nuts. And like the fittings and the braided line, but also obviously these tanks are all handmade. Did Jason make those?
No. The guys at Richardson Motorsport made all of them. Yeah, like I said, as you saw, the header tanks, the catch cans, absolutely everything. The intercooler core was a PWR intercooler core, but he actually made the end tanks and stuff like that, had it all flow rated. This thing it is a real dead set work of art.
Wow, so they've basically built a race motor for a show car. We've got a special effects paint job, awesome graphics. Where were they done by?
It was all done by Todd at Air Addiction here in Canberra.
Yep.
Yeah, the paint was laid by Jason at Able Smash Repairs in Queanbeyan.
Yep. And interior's pretty mad. We've got custom door cards, massive audio install. What other little tricks we got in there?
It's Alltronic computer in it. All the false floors are all neon lit as well, so it's definitely very Auto Salon.
Alltronic computer. An Alltronic computer, brand new now, is worth more than a Suzuki is worth to buy second hand.
Definitely so. So it's a very business car. Nothing was spared. It was here basically to win.
Are you going to drive this thing, or are you worried you're going to detract from the originality of it?
No, absolutely. I'm going to drive the wheels off it.
Well, I hope you take it to MotorX in Sydney this year, because I think there are a lot of people in Sydney who'd love to see this car. It looks like it should have been in every episode of Fat Pizza.
Definitely, yes. We've been getting outstanding comments all weekend. People are just massive blasts from the past.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Good on you guys.